The gentleman over there just asked a question about how a lay person select a master. My question is more perplexed one. Probably it's the other way around.
Yes.
How does a master select not the disciple, but the land? Since you talk about Amitabha land, the land to teach. So my question is, since you speak many languages and you've been around the world, how did you come to select the land Taiwan as your first seat of teaching? And what's behind my mind is the question you just mentioned. There are many masters nowadays functioning. And I must tell you honestly, as a lay person and also as a person who wants to think, say, perhaps I collect the knowledge, these masters, where they are today, and I make a study of the lands where they are located. May I find some clue? There are similarities between these lands, and there are logic behind why these masters select these lands. Thank you.
Yes. You see, it depends on the sincerity of the people of that land. Yeah? Taiwanese people, they are very sincere, very pure in their hearts. They truly pray to God, to Buddha, to deliver them. Of course, there are some who ask for material comfort and worldly possessions, fulfillment of their worldly desires, etc. But Taiwanese people are very pure at heart. They have not been spoiled, ruined by much of the devastating civilizational influence. So they are very pure, yeah? And they asked me to come to help them. They asked in their hearts before I came. Yeah. Therefore, even before I went to Taiwan, many people had already seen me appear in their meditations. They hadn't meditated with my method. They just meditate anyhow, just sit there quiet. And then they saw me come already. Therefore, when I came, they recognized me. So that means I have a lot of affinity with the Taiwanese people. It's easy, like that. Maybe in previous lives, yeah. But actually, the Buddha doesn't select anything. Well, it's just a kind of telling you something so that you understand, yeah? The Buddha comes according to the people's wish, yeah. All right? And what else, the question? What did you ask anymore? Is that enough?
Yes, I was thinking of compare the lands. Master.
Yes.
Select. For instance, I can probably relate that these lands probably there are more suffering or they're closer to hell than to Amitabha land.
Understand. Yeah.
Could that be right?
Oh, that's why the Master came to earth, is that right? Is that what you mean? Oh, why not? It is because people pray. Yeah? People say to God, oh, please send someone to take us home. Pray to Jesus, please, won't you help us? Or pray to Buddha, please, won't you take us out of misery? Yeah? So the Buddhas, or so-called God, or the Jesus Christ consciousness, we send something, yeah? And it manifests itself into a body with nose and eyes and ears, everything, in order to have a direct talk with the people who pray sincerely in their heart and come and get them, one by one, group by group, nation by nation. They go and select these who are praying to that Buddha or to God power, yeah? Sometimes God sends many, sometimes Buddha sends many, sometimes they send a few. When I say many masters, I don't mean that many, please. Yeah, not that many. What I mean is that more than one or two, or about 5 or 6 would be the most. There couldn't be that many. You are not just going to go outside and bump into any master at any time. No. 5 or 6 as the most, yeah? Right, please come.
So far, all those endeavors by God or godness or their messengers, so-called the prophets, together with the history, we tried and tried to make this universe, first of all, our global place, be nice place, where is the stop of suffering, physically and mentally. Making good place, right? Here, including heaven, of course, right? The comprehensive paradise, whatever, kingdom of God or place of nirvana, whatever, we tried. Now, so far, we know that it is not achieved. After all, brilliant, almighty endeavors by God himself, or Godness herself, and all their messengers, all their brilliant leaders on this planet, all those brilliant organizations and nations, groups, rising and falling. So far, our world is now still incomplete, and perhaps we are now entering into the end of the history. We don't know, disaster, because most of prophets try to send us a message, sometimes not too happy one, sometimes a very warning one, that if we don't learn, if we don't behave correctly, then we would meet what we have created wrong things to get the last day of our human history. And now, I am an international relationship specialist. Therefore, in my own field, I want to question. Okay, my concernment is two. One is now, okay, there have been successful contribution and achievement in some scope, in some community, in some land, like Buddha did in India, and now Taiwan or South Asian countries, all the nice places, even Christianity here and there. A lot of churches have been built. So now my question is, the difference is the total approach and the minor approach. What I'm concerning is now the overall change, not just by community to community, religion and religion, as you try to teach us. Okay? Difference of religion is not too big one. Difference of groups, not too big one. My concern is now the universal, global, total approach, means together with the majority of this human race. How we can, or you can lead this human group, global group, to have this common happy world. It doesn't matter whether they are Christian or Buddhist, we don't care. What I know is now, enlightenment is to have this total and lasting world, sacrificing my little time or my little being or my little country or community. So that is my concern, how and when we would have that our word of truth or enlightenment. Second, my question is now, the future in terms of futurology. All masters try to tell us what would happen in the future, including Confucianist or Neo-Confucianism, Taoism, Yin and Yang, like the I Ching, try to say what would happen. I don't care what would happen upon me or upon little group or nation. I care what would happen upon our human race, this globe. Mm-hmm. Whether we have a disaster like Nostradamus predicted, many people predict, like San Jose is now struggling through the earthquake like that, they say we will have a more disastrous one someday. So, could you kindly tell us how we can have this overall comprehensive and inclusive happy world, and when? Otherwise, when we would die altogether. Can you kindly tell us?
Thank
yes,
you.
I can tell you. Your first question is how to lead the whole humanity to happiness, is that right? How to make them happy, the whole humanity?
Well, global achievement, always like that person first.
Yeah, of course, but I cannot tell them what to do. I cannot tell all the people, all the politicians, all the presidents of all the nations what to do. They won't listen. So it's not a question of how to, it's how I tell them. It's difficult. No master has ever achieved this. Yes, right. We can only talk to a group, those individuals who sincerely want the truth, like you or the people here. That I can tell them.
But my real question now, shall we meet the total disaster, or will we be happily blessed with paradise or hell in the future to our human race?
Well, tomorrow, if you want. Tomorrow at initiation, I will show you at least where paradise is and how to get it. And the other people who do not come to me, I cannot help. We cannot force people to go into paradise, mind you. We must know that. Otherwise, Jesus would have forced them all into the kingdom of God. Buddha would have forced them all into the Buddha's land. Now, we can only reason and persuade some by logic. And if people believe, then they come.